G'day battlers, and today we are going to be jumping in for another 7-round tournament sweep at the hands of Quest2Master in the Silph Arena Brawler Cup. Now, this is going to be my final Brawler Cup video of the month. I've obviously been a bit busy this month. I haven't put out as many videos as I would have liked to, but that should be cleared up for the December monthly meta. So expect more videos through the following month, and subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with all of that. But jumping in here, this was a 7-round round robin held in the Flash tournaments for all server. So round robin, essentially they had 8 people and they all battled each other to crown the champion, that champion being Quest2Master from this tournament. Now, we don't have the footage from rounds 1 and round 2 where Quest2Master did sweep 2-0, and we are going to be jumping into round 3 here, which is up against Big Green 7. Now, Big Green 7, if you've been a long time watcher of this channel, you've seen Big Green before. Big Green is definitely one of the best battlers out there and is consistently winning these tournaments, especially in the Flash tournaments for all server. So the way that round robins sort of work, where you battle everyone, you're going to have to face Big Green at some point, and it's been a little bit early in the tournament for Quest2Master. It feels like there's like a 50% chance that if Big Green is in a tournament, he might be taking it out here. So Quest2Master, we're going to be starting off with a bang, to say the least. But we've got Quest2Master's team there, who's got Greedent, Talonflame, Granbull, Cofagrigus, Machamp and Lapras. Now, Greedent is a Pokemon that a lot of people have been really hyping up. I think that the winning team of the Silph Arena Showdown this month did have a Greedent on it. I know I've seen Leandrew on Twitter talking constantly about how good Greedent is. I know a lot of these top battlers are running Greedent. I did click through just to see if this was going to be a very Greedent-filled video. I don't think there's a lot of Greedent play, but it definitely does show up at least once. I don't know how many times, but it's going to be around. But then other than that, we are seeing that Shadow Machamp, the classic, the most picked Pokemon in the Cup. No Vigrigus core because you've got that counter damage that Vigoroth would be providing, covered by the Machamp. You've got the Charmer in Granbull, which is pretty much, I feel like it's the real second most picked thing in slot 3 other than Vigoroth. And then Talonflame, a very, very strong Pokemon, especially in a lot of circumstances. And look at Big Green's team here to just jump into it. We've got the Slurpuff, the Sableye, Vigoroth, as well as Tropius and Shadow Lapras. We actually might have seen Big Green show up in one of the other tournament runs on this channel. Already in the Brawler Cup running this team, but we'll jump into it. We're actually going to jump straight into the action here. This first battle starts like 3 seconds in already. All of the other ones are good though, but yeah, we're jumping in straight into the action with that Granbull lead into the Shadow Lapras. So Shadow Lapras definitely taking a lot of damage from these charms, but you can see that the Ice Shards are actually kind of adding up onto the Granbull as well. Just because Granbull's kind of a squishy Pokemon, Lapras is able to survive a while, and yeah, shields at the first surf. At this point, looks like Granbull is going for the charm down, so we'll have to burn a second shield here, and then we'll be able to charm the Lapras all the way down, and then just see what Big Green does end up bringing out in the back. Kind of hoping that there's either a Sableye or as well as back there. Tropius comes out and is an Air/Tropius, so this is actually pretty good for Quest2Master because they have the Talonflame in the back, so I can let this Granbull go, bring in Talonflame. Talonflame not too worried here. I wonder if Talonflame could almost incinerate all the way down and just have 1,000,000 energy. But we are going to see the swap out into this wireless there, which is not great for Big Green either, because Quest2Master has this Shadow Machamp here. The counter is going to do a lot of damage. Even though there's no shields here, the Body Slam will hurt, but Machamp is going to be able to hold on, and I think might be able to... Oh, it's actually going to be close if you can counter all the way down. Decides to burn a shield here with the first cross chop, thinking they can get to 2 flame charges in the back end. Just can't. The Zweil's hanging on, so you can't take that out. And, ooh, I actually kind of thought that there'd be a charge move coming through from the Zweilous there, but no, it looks like Quest2Master's actually perfectly got 2 flame charges back to back. This one's going to take the last shield. The second one is going to take the Tropius out. I really thought that Zweilous was going to get to a shield and sort of flip this matchup, but Quest2Master taking out the first game, definitely against Big Green, who again, very, very strong competitor. So going into game 2, Granbull into Tropius. Not as great of a lead this time around, because Tropius definitely a very bulky Pokemon, and it gets to its charge moves a little bit quick as well, but at this point, just farming all the way up, actually getting the crunch off first here. So really hoping that defense debuff as always. There's the shield, and oh, it was a CP tie. That's pretty rough for Big Green there. But we're going to get 1 shield both sides. And at this point, I think that Tropius is going to be able to get to another charge move before being getting charmed down here. So shield's up. And then 1 more charms. Oh no, we're going to swap into Talonflame. Get a little bit of energy. Definitely going to soak this damage from the Tropius. Hope the Flame Charge goes through and takes it out. Nope, they've swapped out, so they have the little bit of health on the Tropius hanging back there. Sableye comes in. This isn't like a great spot for Big Green because Talonflame does have the energy advantage, so that Flame Charge does a lot of damage, but depending on what moves this Sableye has, Actually, even a foul play at this point would take this Talonflame out. Yeah, Talonflame goes down. At this point, you bring in, you can kind of go either way, but brings in the Granbull, 1 charm, all you need, because it is double super effective. Vigoroth comes in. Oh, he's going to get the crunch off. That was really close, though. Actually kind of, this looks a little bit rough for Quest2Master here. Gets that last shield. Machamp comes in. We're going to see Vigoroth get a body slam off here, and there's a little bit of health on the Tropius as well. So Tropius, you're going to be getting at least 1 air slash off, and that Machamp is really, we see the Tropius swap in and then snipe it down, and simultaneous KO, but there is that Vigoroth in the back, so Big Green takes that one out and is now 1-1 in the technical round 3 of this tournament, with Quest2Master getting a brilliant lead of Machamp into the Lapras there. See the swap into Tropius, swap out into Talonflame. That is really rough for Big Green. Big Green seemingly using this Tropius as a bit of a safe swap, but it's not that safe when you've got Talonflame running around, although it is doing a lot of damage to Talonflame, to be fair, but this is definitely a very positive spot for Talonflame to be. It does take it out there. I feel like Tropius actually was pretty close to getting another charge move as well, but deciding to throw another flame charge at the Lapras coming in. At this point, like, you could have gone for the Brave Bird, but just look at how much a boosted Flame Charge did. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Hoping to get 1 more Flame Charge as well, and they are going to be able to. I feel like Big Green's probably just going to let this go, even though they've got a... Oh, no, they do have energy on the Lapras, so they've actually swapped out into Sableye, take it down, keep that Surf for later on. Granbull comes in and is just going to charm all the way down. 2 shield charm is gross enough on its own, but when you've got a Sableye that is taking 4 times effective damage from that charm, not much you can do. There's still a shield to shield this Lapras as well, so there's no reason for Big Green to really go for anything there. But yeah, taking it out 2-1, very well played on both sides, and that does put Quest2Master in that 3-0 spot. Now going up against... Oh, need to change the teams over. My bad. Click, click. Now up against Captain Shook 911, who's got the Whimsicott, Roserade, Pidgeot, Cofagrigus, Dugong, and Melmetal. I have seen a few Dugongs. Roserade seems a bit more unique. I haven't seen a lot of Roserade in this cup. Pidgeot is a really interesting one as well. I've been seeing a lot of Pidgeot in the Kanto Cup. I'm kind of feeling like the same sort of Pokemon are sort of working all right. I feel like Talonflame is almost a guaranteed Pokemon to appear, and the Granbull just seems to... It's potentially Quest2Master's style, so we'll jump into the game here. I'm predicting we're going to see Granbull, we're going to see Talonflame, and actually Shadow Machamp actually holds up all right against this team as well. I can kind of give that coverage for the Dugong Melmetal, but we are seeing the Granbull into the Pidgeot, and we're actually seeing Lapras in the back line instead of that Talonflame, which is definitely a pretty good pick as well. But you can see the Gust is really adding up here. Gust is a bit of a scary move, just because, like, you know, the Feather Dances are coming through. Attack debuffing moves are really scary for things like Charm. Actually, the swap out into Cofagrigus, which is pretty interesting, because this Crunch would be super effective, even though, like, the Feather Dance came through to attack debuff. That's still a lot of damage onto Cofagrigus, but I guess just confident that they're going to be able to take that just fine. Cofagrigus, a pretty bulky Pokemon. See the swap into Lapras, has to eat a Shadow Ball, unfortunately. At this point, I think that Lapras can take this out if Cofagrigus doesn't shield. Not with this charge move, but with the successive fast moves. But did see the shield up on Cofagrigus' end. We'll see if Quest2Master sort of matches those shields. Does decide to. So at this point, I mean, you could... Oh, are they going for the Ice Shard down? Oh, they get the Ice Shard down. That's pretty huge. We know that there's the Pidgeot back there, in which case Lapras... Oh, it's actually the Melmetal. So... Oh, they were going for the Skull Bash and did luckily swap over to the Surf, which was definitely the right move there. But this is looking pretty good for Quest2Master here. It swaps into the Shadow Machamp. At this point, even though Gust is a broken move, getting able to farm all the way down here. Melmetal could potentially get to a charge move if they... Do they still have a shield? Oh yeah, shield that up. I think they will get to a charge move here. Depending on... Does the Rock Slide take out Machamp from this range? No, it doesn't. So 1 more counter, all you need, and down goes Melmetal. Quest2Master taking out the first game. Swapping into a Cofagrigus lead here and seeing that shiny Roserade on the other side. We've got Lapras and Granbull in the back. This is a pretty okay matchup for Cofagrigus. I think that Roserade wins if it does get the big Nuki move off. So Quest2Master... Oh... Speaking of the big Nuki move, goodbye Cofagrigus. This is a terrible game for Quest2Master at this point. This is looking rough. We've got the Granbull into Cofagrigus at this point. We've seen that it's Shadow Ball Psychic as well. Okay, at this point, Granbull, I think you're just going to have to try and hope they don't shield this. If they do shield it, you have to burn a shield and farm all the way down. We know that there's the Roserade in the back. That's a pretty healthy Roserade as well. And I'm kind of thinking that Melmetal might work out as that kind of third pick in the back. Oh no, yeah, it's Roserade. So down goes Granbull. At this point, it's Lapras against the world. Lapras doesn't have a shield anymore, so if this is a Leaf Storm, it's... Oh no, it's a Weather Ball. Okay, they were like, we're not going to get to Leaf Storm, so we'll just throw what we've got. It's actually Pidgeot in the back, which is half decent for the Lapras, because it does have the Ice Shards, super effective, doesn't care too much about the Gusts, but there's a lot of... Ooh, that's Golbash. I think that saved the game. And then one more Ice Shard takes out Roserade. Wow, I did not have confidence. After that Leaf Storm took out a third of Quest2Master's team, they're really, really well played. And I guess Candy that it was a Pidgeot in the back. Good identification of the back lineup there. We've got Talonflame in the lead in the game 3 here up against the Cofagrigus. Not a terrible spot, not a great spot either. It does shield up the Shadow Ball. Gonna boost up here. Ideally for Quest2Master, Captain does shield there, and they do, which is really nice because it does mean that they're less likely to shield these next moves. Gets the second Flame Charge off. This one is going to be doing more damage than the previous one because of the Flame Charge attack boost. No shield that time. So when you're on that other side, you really kind of want to let the first one come through because the second one is going to do that more damage. So shielding up the second one saves you more health. We see the swap into Pidgeot here, which is very interesting. We can see that Quest2Master has the Lapras in the back, but deciding to go for the Flame Charge here first, and then swap into Lapras. Lapras is going to be able to soak up this energy from the Pidgeot. Again, no Ice Beams, not the best situation in the world. Go straight for the Brave Bird to do maximum damage, but now with the defense debuff, I feel like Lapras could almost have farmed all the way down there, but going for the Surf to be safe and making sure they do win this matchup. Takes it out there. Cofagrigus is around, and then I think he can Ice Shard down. Ice Shard all the way down. Has the Surf now as well. Oh, and it's a Roserade in the back. Doesn't get the Surf off, though, which is a little bit unfortunate. It shouldn't be like the end of the world, because... Unless it is. Because Talonflame's going to go down here. You're going to have Machamp up against the Roserade. Machamp not in a great spot up against the Roserade. It's going to be resisting counter, resist cross drop, although it is doing a fair amount of damage with the Shadow bonus. As long as Machamp survives this, I think it should probably be fine, and it barely does. It throws the cross drop here. I think this is going to be enough. At the very least, +1 counter. Yeah, that's enough. And does take out in pretty close fashion there, that game. And that Leaf Storm, just insane. So well played from Captain Shook. Really nice throw there. We've got, I meant throwing the Leaf, not like through the game. We are going into the round 5 now. So Quest2Master is now 4-0 in the tournament. Going up against 678 Ghost, who is one of my locals. Haven't seen them in a long time because, in-person tournaments haven't exactly been a thing in a long time. January, looking forward to it. But we've got the Trash Wormadam, we've got Wigglytuff, Obstagoon, Golbat, Machamp, and Dragonite. This is a very interesting team. Double Fighter. Obstagoon is a Pokemon that I don't think I've seen anyone using Obstagoon in that slot 3. But it has a really good play up against Cofagrigus. So I actually really like it. I'm kind of curious. Obviously, we've got the Charmer, we've got the Confusion User, we've got Golbat hanging out as well. Unfortunately, I don't think the Greedent is in a great spot when there's 2 counter users, Charmer, Confuse. Like, there's just too much stuff on the other side for Greedent to really play in this spot. But Granbull is almost a guaranteed pick just because you've got so much that you want to hit. The Machamp, the Obstagoon, the Dragonite, Wigglytuff's going to be sort of neutral back and forth. Wormadam's not great and Golbat is bad, but overall, I think Granbull is a lock on this team. And Cofagrigus is a little bit more risky. We'll probably see Lapras as well on Quest2Master's side, but we'll jump in here. And we've got the Cofagrigus going into Dragonite in the lead, the Shadow Dragonite, which is definitely like a very scary Pokemon. It is a Dragon Tail Dragonite, which is like, it's a better move, but it's harder to maneuver around a little bit. There's more danger of like not sneaking in moves, sneaking in moves, that sort of thing. But shields up. The first one, you're going to be able to get to another one as well. Dragonite is one of those Pokemon that if you decide to invest all of your shields in it, it's almost guaranteed to win the lead as long as you aren't up against like a Charmer or something. So we'll see if 6-7 Ghost does decide to go for that sort of strategy here. Does double shield here. So we'll take out Cofagrigus at this point, and Quest2Master only with 1 shield. We actually see the instant swap into Wigglytuff. Talonflame comes out. Talonflame going to be resisting the charms. Flame Charge is going to win a fair amount of damage here. I feel like you would have liked to have gone for the Flame Charge, that one earlier there, just so that the extra Incinerate is slightly more damage, but doesn't matter too much. I guess you actually get a little bit of farm by delaying it. Yeah, kind of interesting. But shields up here. Going to take Wigglytuff all the way down here. Again, 6-7 Ghost has no shields. And so Talonflame, who's going to have energy here, is going to be really dangerous for 6-7-8 Ghost. Gets the Flame Charge off as well, which is going to take the Dragonite out. And then, what's in the back? It's a Fighter. So at this point, going to get this Brave Bird off, guarantee take it out, and that's GG's from this point. Talonflame just running away with it. The double shield Dragonite strat not quite working out when the Talonflame is running around, I think. But we've got the Lapras coming in and actually gets the Dragonite this time, so brilliant lead for Quest2 Master. Instant swap out into that Wigglytuff, and we're seeing the Talonflame coming out in the same way as before. There are still shields in play this time, so it's not as dominating as a spot as it was before. Flame Charges are going to be boosting this Talonflame up though. Actually, let's go through. Kind of interesting. Like, are they keeping their shields for the Dragonite again? But Quest2 Master happily going to burn a shield here. This looks like they might have tapped on the Flame Charge. The Flame Charge in case they could have sort of won the charge move there. But yeah, let's it go. And then Dragonite is coming out here. So this is not a great spot for Dragonite, just because I mean, this Talonflame is still going to do a lot of damage, especially because it's a boosted one. So there's the last shield. He isn't able to get that last Flame Charge, unfortunately. It actually brings the Lapras. Oh, that's a really nice play from Quest2 Master. I was like, oh, you know, bring in Charmer, all good, take Dragon out. But no, you use the Lapras against Dragonite because you know that there's the Machamp and the Obstagoon running around, and you want to keep your Charmer for those matchups. So really, I was a few steps behind there, but definitely really nice identification of what Quest2 Master needs to do there. But going into game 3 here, we've got the Cofagrigus up against the shiny Golbat, which is an awesome shiny, by the way. This isn't a great spot either way, because that Shadow Ball, as you can see that went through, does do a lot of damage on both sides. Deciding to shield up the Shadow Ball from this point, and at this point, 6-7 Ghost is going to get farmed all the way down, which is pretty dangerous, but does have the shield advantage. Brings in the Wigglytuff, and Cofagrigus has absolutely nothing to do here. This is one of Cofagrigus' worst matchups in the cup, because, you know, Dark Pulse resisted, Shadow Ball's resisted. If it has Psychic, you have a little bit more play, but obviously Dark Pulse gives you some other matchups, like hitting in the other sort of Cofagrigus around a little bit if you can't get the Shadow Ball off. But Charm all the way down. At this point, I've got a feeling that it might be... oh, no, we're actually going to need the Granbull come in. It has to burn the shield here if they want to keep Granbull around, for they do, because it is such a good Pokemon up against Ghost's team, especially knowing that the Golbat is out of the road, and assuming that Wormadam isn't around. Whatever's in the back, it's going to be good at Granbull, and at this point, it's just Charm. Tries to catch the move on a Talonflame. They realize they have to throw anyway, and yeah, this is, even if it's a Rock Slide, takes Talonflame out, one more Charm. That's GG's. Actually, that was really close there. And it actually was a 2-shield. They still have 2 shields at the end, which Charm can do that to you, unfortunately. Maybe if they shielded up like the Flame Charge from Talonflame on the Wigglytuff. It's kind of rough. I mean, Charm is just a really good move, and the Quest2 Master kept getting really good alignment there. I guess 6-7 Ghost just not really bringing a lot to counter the Granbull. Like Golbat was it, and I think they only brought it once. Other than that, they had the Wigglytuff as a sort of neutral answer. So I think Granbull was sort of just allowed to run rampant there. But we'll jump into round 6. Round 6 now. So Quest2 Master is now 5-0, going up against Dysfunctional 20, who is running a team with that Vigorigus core in the middle of the Vigoroth, Cofagrigus, Snowy Castform, Wigglytuff, Tropius, and Melmetal. We do have like... this channel, it feels like all of the Brawler Cup videos have been based on this sort of Cofagrigus core so far. The first one was a tournament sweep with the Cofagrigus core, then it was without Vigoroth, then it was without the Cofagrigus core, and now, I mean, this video isn't about the Cofagrigus core, but still, Cofagrigus core, pretty much always going to be showing up there. I was like, did I swap the teams over? And I was like, yes, I swapped the teams over. We're just talking about the Cofagrigus core. We've got the Charmer versus Charmer in the lead here, which is not where Granbull wants to be, just because there's other things that Granbull would kind of like to be doing. Dysfunctional's team isn't as weak to Charmers as 6-7 Ghosts was, but he's going to get this crunch off. If Wigglytuff shields here, which it probably will, then Granbull's just going to go down, and then we'll see what Quest2 Master decides to bring in. Brings the Talonflame, which is like, it's kind of scary for Dysfunctional, because it means that this Talonflame is going to be coming in with the energy advantage. And we've seen how dangerous that is. Vigoroth swaps in, Switch Lock themselves, Machamp comes out. We know that Machamp can tank a Body Slam. So knowing that Quest2 Master... I was going to say that we know that Quest2 Master likes the Talonflame. So I sort of thought they might let Machamp sort of go and then just set Talonflame up for the sweep. But no, deciding to stay in with the Machamp, get this cross chop off onto Wigglytuff, get the last shield there. Going to get a farm all the way down and get an extra cross chop onto the back. Unfortunately, it's Cofagrigus. So this cross chop is going to do nothing. It's a shiny Cofagrigus. Oh my god, that is a... forget all of the other shinies that I've complimented before. That's a nice shiny. But we're coming in, get the Brave Bird off straight away before Cofagrigus can get like a Shadow Ball or something. Ouchies, one more Flame Charge and down. One more Incinerate, sorry, and down it does go. That was... Oh, and this time we've got the Cofagrigus Mirror. Did we just go from Charm Mirror to Cofagrigus Mirror? They don't even have that many Pokemon the same. I guess they've got similar roles all over the shop. But anyway... Cofagrigus versus Cofagrigus. We'll see what moves get thrown. Shields the first Dark Pulse. And then actually swaps out. I didn't see what that was into, but it's catching a Dark Pulse. And it is... Oh, it's Wigglytuff. That's a really nice catch from Dysfunctional's end. Because as we said before, that is going to do absolutely nothing to the Wigglytuff. Brings in the Talonflame now. Is down a shield on Quest2Master's side. This is a little bit rough for Dysfunctional. For Quest2Master, sorry. Let's the Flame Charge go through. I guess they knew that Wigglytuff was a losing matchup there. Maybe they were hoping to get a charge move off, but decides to bring in the Cofagrigus back now. And with the shield excess, you'd kind of assume they're going to start shielding these up. Now they are like getting a boosted attack. You can see the Incinerates adding up. Sneaks a full Incinerate in there as well, which is really rough for Dysfunctional. I think for Cofagrigus... Oh, actually, this is very interesting. So lets it go. Brings in the Cofagrigus, recognizing that this is still going to be a good matchup. Maybe expecting that there might be a Vigoroth in the back again. And wants to make sure that this Cofagrigus can kind of get handled by something that isn't the Machamp. But we're going to see Machamp come out now. Machamp is going to be able to take it out, but it might have to burn a shield. And whoa, it's Snowy Castle in the back. I've seen a few Snowy Castles on teams. I don't think I've ever seen someone try to use it. I don't know if there's much of a reason to use it up against Quest2Master's team, to be honest. It seems a little bit frail overall. I mean, I think that it might potentially win the Cofagrigus matchup, but I got so distracted in myself that I did not realize that Snowy Castform. Sorry, that Snowy Castform that I was just dissing on almost just took the Machamp out, and it was on like half a HP, and then it won. So, I apologize for what I said. Snowy Castform, please don't hurt me. But against all odds there, IVs don't matter until they do. Quest2Master able to take that one out as well. But we are going in to the game 3 here after Quest2Master taking out the 2-0 up against Dysfunctional. Sorry, I'm back into it. I promise. I'm paying attention. We've got the Granbull up against the Tropius now. Is down the shield because that is generally how Charmers go. Similar to the Dragonite on 6-7 Ghost team. It's a Pokemon that does demand shields. Didn't quite take out the Tropius with the crunch. They decided they needed to swap into Talonflame. Get the 1 Incinerate of energy, which is really nice there. Actually catches it onto the Melmetal. So we know there's like a 1 HP Tropius in the back that doesn't really have a lot in the way of energy. But Talonflame going to get this off first. The Melmetal has the energy advantage. So... the shield advantage, sorry. So at this point, I mean, Incinerate's doing so much damage. I feel like you can just shield and then potentially Incinerate, maybe. But get the charge move off anyway. We'll see if the Melmetal shields. There's the shield. Oh no, it had the back. I know I said that I was paying attention, but apparently I still don't know how to count moves. But Talonflame goes down there. Going to get a bit of energy on the Machamp. I'm kind of expecting Cofagrigus to come out here. So we're seeing the instant swap into... Oh my gosh, was that a call? Was that oh no, this because there's barely a Tropius in the back. Okay. I was like, were they going like, you were going to instant switch, so I'm going to bring in the Snowy Castform because I know that you were going to get Machamp out of there or something, but no, they were just in a really rough spot. They had to bring it out, or else they would have given Machamp an extra air/elf farm. But this is going to take out round 6. Up against Dysfunctional 89, which puts us going into the final round. Quest2Master now 6-0 in this tournament and is going for that 7th in this round robin. This time going up against Dad Cat 2012, who's running somewhat similar team, but also somewhat different. We've got the Whimsicott, Whiscash, Vigoroth, Golbat, Bronzong, and Dragonite. Now, I know we haven't seen Greedent yet, and to all of the Greedent fans out there, I'm sorry. Well, I guess it's not my fault, but... I'm sorry anyway, but I can confirm because I did see at least one Greedent in this footage, and because we haven't seen it yet, it is going to appear in this round. I can guarantee we are going to see Greedent, which does sort of make sense because the Bronzong is around as that sort of confusion user, doesn't really like it so much. There's a Whiscash running around as well who doesn't love the Bullet Seeds from Greedent. Not that Bullet Seed is like the big damaging, thingy-majiggy going around. But we are going to, I promise, we will see Greedent in this last set of battles. But jumping in, we've got the Granbull up against the Whiscash, which is a very interesting matchup because the Whiscash is a very, very spammy Pokemon. Looks like we have no Greedent in the first battle here. So put your predictions in the comments below. You have to comment right now. Are we going to see Greedent in Game 2, Game 3, or both? Comment now or else you don't win. So we're shooting up the Mud Bomb here. They really are spamming up, and we actually saw that Whiscash just letting a lot of damage come through here. I feel like Whiscash kind of play it both ways here, shield or no shield. Decides to shield up. Definitely going to get to another Mud Bomb here. I was about to eat my words with the definitely there, but going to get another Mud Bomb off. Forces shield out of the Quest2Master, who is now at the 1-0 shield disadvantage, but they don't mind that much. Actually, Bronzong coming in here, unfortunately not quite going to get to that crunch. So you're going to bring Talonflame in here. Talonflame actually doesn't care too much about Bronzong's moves. Like, Psyshock definitely still hurts. But it's not like a devastating move. So we see the swap out into Vigoroth, and Quest2Master just bring hard counters City. We saw it before, gonna tank this Body Slam, presumably gonna throw the Cross Chop to get that last shield out of the Vigoroth, so that Talonflame can sort of come in and, Talonflame's gonna have to come in up against this Vigoroth. Oh, okay, they recognize that. They decide to get the energy on the Bronzong, keep the shield for the Talonflame. That's actually really well played from Dadcat's end, and at this point, I feel like Dadcat's in a really good spot here. This is obviously gonna get shielded, but then Talonflame's only like one away. No. Bronzong is the charge move. Going to take it out. That's really well played, really well identified from Dadcat what the win condition was there in letting that go through. But Lapras into Golbat Game 2. Quest2Master starting off in a much better position here. See the swap out into Bronzong, which is a bit rough because now you switch locked up against the Talonflame. You know he's coming around. To all of you who commented it was going to be Game 2 or Games 2 and 3, I'm afraid you have not won today. We do not see Greedent here, which means whoever said Game 3, you probably win unless I really did something wrong. But yeah, shields up. He's going to get to one last flame charge before going down there. So really, really down to the wire. At this point, I feel like Bronzong might, just shield up there because Bronzong has a lot of energy here. So we're ready to go. With the Lapras, and you'd probably assume that Machamp is in the back again just because of the last game. In the lineup that Quest2Master is still sort of brought in. So you kind of want to keep Bronzong around a little bit. Maybe if you can get a Psyshock off, that'd be huge. But Lapras comes in, Silph goes through, takes it out. We see Vigoroth come in, and the predicted, as Quest2Master sort of predicted it in his head, brought out Machamp, shields up the Golbat here, throws the Rock Slide. Rock Slide's going to take, he's going to take it out. And then he's Shadow Machamp, so it's going to do an absolute buttload of damage with the Shadow bonus. Golbat goes down. Vigoroth comes back out. At this point, because it's lost in a bit of extra health to Golbat. This Body Slam, or alongside the counters, this Body Slam is going to take Machamp out. And then it's going to be down to the Lapras in the back to actually take this out, which I think it is going to get to a Surf. And this should take it the Vigoroth out. And so it's still going to be GG's, even though the alignment didn't quite work out at the back end. Just getting that Talonflame locked into the Bronzong was huge. But this is the game, guys. This is the game. We've got Charm v Charm here, or it could be Razor Leaf. It's Charm. And Greedent is hanging out in the back. This is Greedent's time to shine. Look, the tournament is literally already won. Quest2Master is already 7-0. But Greedent's like, I'm ready. So we saw Granbull get charmed all the way down there. Whimsicott just hanging in with a little bit more bulk. Shields up the grass, not on Lapras' end. Ice Shard down to get some energy going up. We see that Vigoroth come out as before, and this time there is no Machamp. It is Greedent. It is Greedent. So then Dragonite's coming out here, and now this Greedent has to take on Dragonite, one of the pseudo-legendary of the Kanto region. Lets the first Body Slam come through. Dragonite, threatened by the Greedent, decides, I can't shield against this Squirrel, can I? I'll have to shield once. This Squirrel is very spammy. I wonder if I'm going to have to burn a second shield. Dragonite, a very shield-hungry mon, but Greedent, hungrier for those berries, hungry for the destruction of this Dragonite. Sorry, Greedent. Bye. Greedent didn't last very long, unfortunately, so Lapras going to take it out there, and then, this Vigoroth. This Surf is going to burn the shield. But Vigoroth is in a pretty good spot here. I think Dadcat has a pretty good shot of taking this one out. Because Counter's going to do a lot of damage. He's at one Surf, but Dadcat still has the one shield. A Surf isn't even quite enough to take it out. You really need the Ice Shards as well at the same time. You could sneak through a Skull Bash potentially, but goes for the Surf. You're going to get the shield from Vigoroth, and I think at this point Vigoroth is going to take it out. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. You're going to see a second Surf come through. And it's not going to quite take it out. The power of Greedent. It's not my poor matchup knowledge. It's because Greedent carried. So everyone also in the comments say thank you Greedent. But yeah, Quest2Master takes out the tournament 7-0. We only saw 5-0 today, but you just have to trust me that the first 2 rounds were wins as well. So Quest2Master taking it out 7-0. Seriously, thanks for sending that through, and GG's to all of the opponents as well, because they played really well. And starting it off with a bang. Oops, I'm gone. Where'd I go? Hello. Starting off with a bang with the big green as well. Definitely a great battle out there. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for the future December monthly meta, which should be coming out next week. Yeah, next week, I think, because it's like the 7 to 10 days before the end of the month. So expect that soon. Meta Simplified coming soonies. And yeah, thanks to all of my patrons and supporters over on Twitch as well. Yeah, check out some other videos if you want as well for some other Brawler Cup Team Marinos. I'll see you in the next Cup battlers. I'm actually still here because this thing goes for 20 seconds. So, how's your week been?